and will become. And what I've noticed as of recently, which is popping up for me, which is the areas of loving myself and control. 11 years ago, I had the opportunity to be on one of your cruises, and you assisted me at a time when my mom and I were having a difficult situation, and there was a control issue that occurred where I stepped aside and didn't allow that sort of game to be played, and instead I allowed myself to love myself in a different way. And what came about that through the years is now we're best friends and we love each other again, and it's an adult relationship, and I've manifested that. And I want to thank you for that assistance. And here we are 11 years later, and I'm wanting a relationship with a man that I recently met that leads to marriage and fun and family and all that good stuff. And because of the work that I do as an energy person, I know that my vibration is different. And when we met... Different from the other person, although we both manifested each other.
We're going to make a strong statement. You don't have to pay too much attention or be very concerned about whether your vibration is like or different from any other person with whom you are co-creating. Your attention only needs to be upon whether your vibration is a match with your vibration. When you line up with you, then everything else takes care of itself. But you've brought the most important thing forward here. This is such a good conversation because you are doing, or we're doing sort of what everybody is doing, and that is trying to align with the others. You're looking for harmonics in other people. And so what's interesting is that if you're looking for harmonics in a person who is in the moment, not in alignment with who they are, you might find harmony with them, which might lead you further from who you really are. Now, that's usually not what you do. Most of you look for somebody who's in a really good mood, who's tuned in, who's bright and frisky and feeling good most of the time. And then you sort of cling to them. You try to harmonize with them because, frankly, it does feel better when you're hanging around with somebody who's already tuned in. But all you do is you teach yourself how you're looking for love in all the wrong places, and they're teaching you that, and you're teaching them that, when what you're really wanting to do is to hook up with who you are and then have a relationship.
Yes.
Did you get the distinction? It's a big one.
So through your teachings and the teachings that I read, I realize that I look at the other person and say to them, I accept you for who you are and love you for who you are, and therefore I'm saying that to myself.
And that's just all really fine, and we're grateful that you do that. And we mean that in every sense of the messy word grateful.
Yeah.
But feel how muddy that is. We spent the entire hour talking about getting out ahead of it. And it's all right, because it's the reason of the timing of this. And so now here you are, and you want to look at reality and accept it. What? And adjust to it, cope. I love you so much, I'll cope with all of your deficiencies. The primary one being you're using me as your alignment point, and I'm using you as my alignment point, and we're both forgetting the big picture of mastering alignment and then co-creating together.
Yeah, that hits hard. That's right. That's
well, it's a big topic, and almost everyone does it. And let's acknowledge that it's the easiest thing to do because you're accustomed to observing that. And you can't stop doing that. We're not going to ask you to stop doing something that you can't stop doing. You're a teacher and a master